What's up, boys? Welcome back to another trade recap. It is a beautiful Tuesday, isn't it? Beautiful Tuesday, beautiful trade, beautiful day. Let's get into it. So I only copy traded this on 3 evals, I think. Trying to get together 10 pass accounts. So I'm just going through the evals at this point. I got 3 left. Only made like $600 across them, but enough with the yap. Let me get situated, show you guys execution so you can see, bow, bow, just like that, right? So let's do a little recap of what we wanted to do today, right? So let's go to market open right here, right? So looking at this and then coming to like our hourly and our 4 hour, right? So looking at this, we had this bearish hourly gap. And then we also had literally all of these bullish gaps as well. So it was kind of rough here. We did have a change in the state to the downside right here, that candle closure there. And then our 4 hour was still pretty bullish, so I really was kind of mixed on the day, and I think that's why both scenarios played out today. So first, right, you see we have change in state to the downside there, and then we get it to the upside on the 15-minute. Right, so we're in bullish structure on the 4 hour, the 15-minute, but not the hourly. So stuff really isn't aligned here, right? So at this point, when market opens, price comes lower. So automatically I'm like, okay, well, we just tapped into this hourly gap, swept out London lows. Really, I don't think it would be that good of a trade until we sweep out those highs to look for shorts, right? So obviously I'm waiting for the 15-minute to close and get a change in the state here, which that would confirm, ideally us to continue lower. But you see on this 15-minute candle, you don't get the change in the state to the downside. And then eventually you also see us get this big, huge wick on the 15-minute, right? So eventually, later on, obviously you didn't get any entry for shorts here. But there's a lot of people that took longs here on Instagram that I saw. Fire trade, I understood the narrative, but I didn't really have a valid entry for what I wanted to see. But yes, inverse the 5 minutes. So now I'm just like, okay, we're probably just gonna go run all these highs, and that's exactly what happens. And then yes, you do get a tap of this bullish 5 minute right here, but you have no entry at all. There's no 1 minute, there's no 45-second will load. This is a 45-second right here, right? So you have this, but first of all, it's a negative RR. Second of all, that's really not even a good entry. So at that point, I'm like, okay, well, basically our only thing left is, all-time highs, unless we want to get a pullback, right? Because now everything is aligned and pretty much bullish. So your 5 minute obviously broke through all these highs, showing you that you're in bullish. Price structure, so now it's just a matter of seeing if we want to get a pullback here. So we are waiting to see if we could get an inverse and some type of displacement lower with change in state of delivery. And price is just playing out. Eventually, just still looking for the highest time frame inverse. And still, bam. Now we eventually get this inverse right here, right? We inverse the 2 minute and the 1 minute. Now we still have another 2 minute right here, right? So the key with trading reversals is to actually look for price switching structure, right? So right here, you don't have a change in the state of delivery. Ideally, your change in the state would be if candle closure right here. In that scenario, if we did, I would take that, but we didn't, right? So really, this could just be a pullback lower and then go make another high. There's nothing really right here telling us that we're going to continue lower yet until we get this candle, right? Okay, now change in the state is right here, and you get an inverse fair value gap, right? And you're still inside of the bearish hourly gap, and you have an SMT, and you're inside of a bearish 4-hour on ES, right? At those highs. So you have confluences that are going to this, right? And so at this point, I took my short, stop at the high for the SMT because it's a protected high. And then we just targeted this low right here, right? 1 to 2, 1 to 2R. And the reason why I took it out at that low is because on ES, so if we switch to full screen and then we switch over here to ES, come to our 5-minute, you come to see that we have 2 of these 5-minute unfilled gaps right here. At the same time, you also had a 15-minute all the way down here. So once ES tapped into that first 5-minute is basically when I went break even. So I think it was like right here, right when that candle closed, went break even, and price played out beautifully, right? Even went a little lower than my TP, you could have targeted that. But at that point, you're getting kind of greedy because the ES is already retraced back to the 15-minute, back to the 5-minute, swap out those lows. And remember, we're trading a pullback and kind of a reversal because on the higher time frame, we're still in bullish structure here, right? Your change in state of delivery on the 5-minute isn't until all the way down here. Same thing with your 15-minute. Change in state of delivery isn't until all the way down here. So you're just trading the lower time frame in this scenario, right? And that's the thing you really need to understand is understanding how to trade multiple time frames. Now, I'm not just saying use technical analysis on multiple time frames. You need to know how to do that as well. But understand once price shifts on one time frame, where's it going to go for price to, switch, obviously, like on the 15-minute or on the 5-minute. And it really just tells you, like, you target your next bullish imbalance or unfilled gaps, right? Compared to like if we actually had a 5-minute down here that we could, like, if we swap out these lows, then it's nice. And then you also see here you do get a change in the state of delivery right here, but you literally tapped in the 5-minute. So a lot of people would have been like, oh, why don't you take shorts here? Well, first of all, you still have all of this liquidity up here. And second of all, after this, you're, basically due for a pullback essentially, and you're not inside of a 5-minute gap. So that's why why this trade would be better than this one. So that's basically today's trade recap. It was literally just a trade on the lower time frame, and I really want to make a video on this eventually. Later on, I'll get deeper into it, but just understanding how time frames move, how structure moves, how structure shifts. And if you understand that, bro, that's really all you need. Once you understand that and you apply your strategy to that, you're good. But yeah, as you see, I think we just reversed after that. Didn't really do much else. Yeah, I don't think maybe you get another 5-minute or something. No, nothing. But see, obviously you get this huge move and then you just trade your pullback. That's basically all today was. If you took this trade, it was in the live fire trade. Everybody ate. Took the wins, W's in the chat. If you're interested in joining me and our community and watching live trading, I'll put my Instagram in the description. It should also be in my bio. So go there, follow the link. I'll even add the link in my YouTube bio so you can have it direct from there. But I'll see you guys tomorrow if we take another W trade, and hope y'all have a good one.